is Stith Keiser. I'm the CEO and founder of Blue Heron Consulting, and I've been working with Florida Veterinary Advisors for probably 4 or 5 years at this point. I've really enjoyed working with Florida Veterinary Advisors over time, both on the personal level and professionally. I've always appreciated just the transparent communication, the frequency of communication. I love that Florida Veterinary Advisors is always looking for ways to add value, both for us at Blue Heron Consulting as well as for our clients, as we're helping our clients prepare for success in practice and then their ultimate transition from practice. I love that Florida Veterinary Advisors is able to play a role in helping them define what success looks like, both throughout their practice career financially, as well as help them plan for where they need to be when it comes time to retire. Trust and communication has been great. I get to work with Florida Veterinary Advisors remotely and also usually get to connect with some of the team at the annual conferences. And I've got a lot of trust in what the team does, the process they use, how they communicate with their clients, how they individualize the plans for their clients. And I also love the Smarter Vet podcast. I'm a listener. I've been on there once before. And I think about kind of trust and communication. I think that the messages and the topics that are conveyed through the podcast really portray the trust that we have in the team, and it's a great communication tool to reach practice owners and veterinary professionals that may not be practice owners, just a way to reach them and help expose them to a lot of financial concepts that they may not have had a chance to learn in school. What I appreciate most about the way Florida Veterinary Advisors approaches client relationships is probably just that individualized attention. We all have different definitions for what financial success and financial independence, realizing those are two different things, what those look like, and there's no one size fits all. What's a lot of money to one person may not be much money to somebody else, and vice versa. And in working with Florida Veterinary Advisors, I feel like they do a really good job of understanding their clients' needs and priorities, and then working with them in kind of with a holistic approach to put together all the pieces of the puzzle that will allow their clients to accomplish whatever their definition of financial success looks like. Working with Florida Veterinary Advisors, when it comes to outcomes, again, kind of going back to what we do without getting into it too much, our goal at Blue Heron is to allow our clients to accomplish their definition of success and fulfillment in practice. And while a lot of times we don't talk about money in veterinary medicine, there's a financial component. There's the financial practice health component, as well as the financial health of the owners and the teams within the practice. And I love in working with Florida Financial Advisors that I know that I can focus on the medicine, the operations, the culture, the client experience, and I can focus on making a healthy and sustainable and ethical hospital P&L, knowing that FDA is going to come in behind and talk to the owners about, as the profits increase again in that ethical and sustainable way, how can those owners or those clients be the best stewards of that money. If I had to describe our relationship in a few words, I would use communicative. Again, great communication. Anytime I reach out to somebody at Florida Veterinary Advisors, I always get a prompt response that I appreciate. So communicative is huge. The collaboration, again, always looking for ways to support each other. And I just appreciate that it's not a one-sided kind of partnership. That there's always the effort to support us. And I think also, innovative. Financial advising is certainly not a new thing, and there's plenty of people out there that do some form of financial advising over the other. And again, going back to the word I've used already, but I really love how tailored the approach is. And that's, that tailored approach really sums up one of the big reasons that we're such big supporters of FDA.